Everybody, what is up? This is your boy Mike. And on Sunday, I believe, was White Day, which, if you're very familiar with Valentine's Day, is very similar. But in Korea, White Day is celebrated, and people typically go and take their ladies out for dinner, flowers, all that good stuff, right? So, in the spirit of White Day, even though it's already passed, I asked some people on Instagram what they felt was the most desired trait by men. And so today we're going to be joined by Yeseul from Peach, as well as your boy Alex Sigrist, to talk about all these things. More of that coming up next. Cue intro. I really need to update my intro. Anyway, everybody, what is up? Again, this is your boy Mike, and like I said earlier, I'm really excited to talk about this topic. For one, because I think this is a really interesting topic to hear about the most attractive traits of men, right? Or traits that like women or not women are interested in, right? But then also, this is my first collaboration with Yeseul from Peach and Alex at the same time. So I'm really excited to get into this. And so with no further ado, I want to introduce the creator, the head, the beautiful Yeseul. What is up?
Hi, this is Yeseul from Peach. Nice to see you guys.
How are you doing today?
It was great. I did my makeup 1 hour ago to be on live today. So, oh my God, do I look normal?
You look great.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic.
Nice to see you, MK clans out there.
Yeah, this is the MK clan. Guys, say what is up. Say what is up. So, like, can you tell us, because I think some of my subscribers, they don't know you yet. So can you tell us, like, what kind of content do you normally upload on Peach?
So Peach, we do videos of Koreans react to other cultures. We also do like snack reviews or music video reviews, react to memes or other funny things. And sometimes we collaborate with other YouTubers like Mike over here. And we're planning to do many funny stuff like exercise or dancing, TikTok, other things. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So that sounds like a really fun channel. Like, it's just a big variety of like reactions.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. That is really cool. So you can see people in the chat are saying hello.
I can see it. Yeah. And hi, Mark. Another Mark. No, Mark.
Oh, that's Mark. And then we also have Elijah saying what's up.
Oh, wow, this is interesting. Wow.
And so in today's video, guys, or today's live stream, you'll notice that we'll be talking about various topics, but we may not be able to see the comments or address the comments. So just know that we see the comments and we'll definitely get to it. And then, yeah, let me stop talking and let's bring on your boy, my man, my best man, actually. We have Alex.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
How you doing, friend?
I was having a conversation with Xander at the moment you pulled us on. I was like, yes, we're on. I'm doing good. This looks so pro. This looks great. You guys look amazing.
Wow.
You look amazing. Oh, look at that hand.
Give myself a little ASMR to start. I hope that's okay.
Oh, that is okay.
Oh, no. Get a kid a napkin. I didn't shake it up, I swear.
Oh, snap. Did it overflow?
It did. That's okay. Less beer to drink, less calories.
That is what's up. Alex, how you been today, by the way?
Fantastic. Productive day. Had some meetings. What is today? Wednesday? What did I do today? I don't know. I woke up at like 11.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. I woke up at like 11. I woke up late. It was a great day. A lot going on. I got work tomorrow morning all day. I don't know. Life's good. Figuring out stuff. I told you about a few of my things, but it's all on the record. This is a great intro. Hope everyone enjoyed this.
So, Alex, I know this is your first time meeting Yeseul, as well as vice versa.
Yeah, so a very awkward introduction. Hi, Yeseul. I'm not normally this messy, but it's great to be finally meeting you here like this.
Yeah, meeting you through here. Yeah. Oh
I
wow.
love it.
Excited.
Oh.
I might switch you guys. Yeah, I can actually switch you guys. All
Gonna
right.
continue cleaning up here.
So with no further ado, we are going to talk about some traits and about men that are highly attractive. And is that Xander in the background?
It is. Yo, Xander.
So the other day,
Yeah.
I went on Instagram and I asked my subscribers or my followers on Instagram, I was like, yo, what do you think, in the spirit of White Day, is some of the most attractive traits for men? And so they responded, and I got some of those. Xander! And so they responded, and I got some really good stuff back. And so we're going to look at that together. And so the goal of today is not only do we look at the traits, but then also, Yeseul, you're going to rank them on a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the most important, 1 being the least important to you.
Okay.
And hopefully this might help some of you out there that are a little curious. So no further ado.
I want to see how well Mike can do on this test. I feel like it's a test for us.
I feel like it is a test. Like even when I created it, I was like, "Ooh, am I that? Am I that?" Like,
I just want a B-. That's all I want today.
I think I'll probably get like a B, a solid B. So let's look at the most desired men traits. And yes, nothing like the stash and a monocle, right?
Yeah.
So our first one is compassion.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think of compassion, I think of like having a love for something, whether that is like for people or for like I don't know, for like a certain thing that you're interested in. I feel like compassion for me is really important. Alex?
I mean, I assume it's important. Isn't that kind of like one of the main parts of any relationship in general? But I think the way that you express it and the way that you're able to show that compassion to the person that you're with is probably the more important thing. Like, you know, having compassion is important, but the way you can read the other person and what they want from you and how you show that compassion is important.
Yeah, that's compassion. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think? Just what are your thoughts on just like it's such a big word, right? Like even when I read it, like when I put it there, because like a lot of people said compassion, and I was like, what is
compassionate?
How do you exactly?
Someone puts that in their Tinder profile.
It's such a big word. Such a big word.
I actually had to search what it really means because what it meant, because it sounds so powerful, like something important that I would watch from like serious movie.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I'd hear that in church.
Yeah. Right.
What I understood is like when I'm having a really bad day or like stressed out of something, if my boyfriend comes to me and like, hey, I know you're having a hard time, come, I'll give you a hug. Something like this I think it's really important, like in relationship. Also for me to give same compassion to boyfriend, I think it's really nice.
Yeah.
Things to do.
Yeah. Like it has to come from the heart, like compassion.
Yeah.
Like some people, they'll be in a relationship and have like zero kind of compassion for the person they're with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like you can kind of like see it. So out of a scale,
there was a there was a comment about compassion being mixed with empathy, and there's a definition online from PBS that says compassion is empathy in action. It's showing your empathy by treating people well, and showing that you care about them.
Yeah.
So
Like
having empathy is nice, but yeah, like cooking when they had a hard day at work and you're just like, I want to take care of my partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that as well. So like, yeah. So what were you ranked at? So like, let's say from a scale from 1 to 5.
I think it's
1 to 10 maybe, because you got to have some flexibility here. No.
Okay. 1 to 10. 1 to 10. 1 to 10.
1 to 10. 7?
A 7? Okay.
7?
Okay. So let's say compassion is 7. So compassion.
That's a good start. You got to start with a good average number so you can go higher if you find a better category, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
7 is the number.
7's a good number. That's a solid number.
Yeah.
All right. So our next one. Someone said a smile.
Smile.
Gotta have that
I'm a
smile.
smiley person. So if I am smiling to my boyfriend and my boyfriend don't smile me back, and that's like, what, bro? So
Yeah.
smile is good. I really value smiley person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think it's a good trait.
Do you think, is that like the first thing that you notice when it comes to somebody? Like, I know some people notice eyes, some people notice like the smile, some people notice other things. What about you? What do you notice? Yes, sir.
Well, Alex talked about Tinder profile with the confession word. So for me, when I'm looking through Tinder profile picture, I tend to like smiley pictures than like serious like I'm the man kind of pictures. Because
Yeah.
I can see from the smiley face that the person has a humor. Maybe I can have fun time with them, and even we're in like some stressful situation, we can just smile and just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think
Blue steel is not appreciated. Blue steel, man.
You talking from like Zoolander?
Yeah,
No, like model faces. No model faces.
That's a man. Blue steel is just a man duck face.
Sorry, it's basically a duck face. Just anyway. I know, like for me, like when Rose and I, when we first started like dating like years ago, like she said one of the first things she noticed. I mean, like she didn't even really like me until like half a year later, but like she was like one of the things she noticed was my smile.
Oh, you have a beautiful smile.
I have like a really big smile. Like in school, I had to learn how to control my smile because, like, you know, there's like when you show the top row teeth, and then when you show all of your teeth, then it's like too much. Because I used to be like, like this. So they see everything. It's like in pictures. But now I learned how to control it. It's just top row, just the top row.
Oh, nice.
Oh, where's your smile, Alex? Hey. Alex, your smile is you got the best smile.
Oh, shut up. A smile is I put smile at like number 9. Like, because like, I mean, I know I'm speaking the other way. And the reason I say that is because it's not exactly the smile itself. It's that sometimes when you're with someone, and usually it's through a smile or laughter, like that can make your mood all that much better. Like, you know, smile's contagious. And I kind of want to be with someone that always makes me feel happy. And I think I can kind of latch on to people's happiness, and that comes out through a smile. So like, I'm not saying the actual quality of the smile, like you had braces versus not having braces.
Yeah.
But some people have like a really good smile, and I don't know how to explain it.
I think it might just be like the face, like the facial structure, maybe and then like the way I guess the lips kind of like come up. Like I guess some people just have like their faces has the right shape for a smile, and then the teeth kind of add on to it. Which we'll get to teeth later, but like it kind of adds on to it. Where would you rank it?
Smile?
Yeah.
10. Smile is 10. Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing bad about smiley person. Like it's just good thing. And you live long if you laugh a lot, so it's good.
Is there such thing as too smiley?
Oh, like when there's like serious, like something serious happened and smile next to me.
like they like they can't take things serious. They just like they just, I don't know, see a train crash, they're like, oh no, like it's just like
well, I'm the kind of person actually. Like so no, I'm not saying that I would laugh when tragic happens. I would never. But I'm saying that I like to smile just at anything. So yeah, I think it's too much smile is good. Smile is good.
When I've been around you, you're very smiley. You're very smiley.
Very smiley.
It's the forced smiles that are terrible. That's the thing. It's not about being too smiley. It's kind of like that. I don't know how to say it, but like in America, it'd be like the valley girl who's like, oh, it's so nice to see you. Or like the guy who's kind of like sort of a D-bag, kind of like, but he's Chad Bro, like, so yeah, you know, like you can see there's an effectiveness to it. It's a little fake.
Mm-hmm.
And the same way that people laugh. Like some people laugh honestly, and then some people are like, it's like,
yeah, because I know, like, even when I'm with Rose, like we're taking pictures and everything, and she's like, okay, smile, right? And then like, I'll just like basically open my mouth and show my top row teeth, and then she's like, that's a fake smile, and because it's just like this, like it's just like there's no emotion. It's just like.
Your eyes are dead.
Yeah, and that's it. And I think that's it too. Like you can look in someone's eyes and be like, okay, that person's actually smiling. Unless you're just like this huge. Okay, and I would agree with you guys. I would say a 10. You got to have a nice smile.
10.
Or at least have like a genuine smile. That's what it is. Just a genuine smile. So our next one is good humor.
Oh, I love good humor.
Yeah, that's clutch.
Yeah, that is. Oh man, that is so clutch. Being funny is so clutch. Like I feel like for me as a kid, I was always trying to be funny as a kid. Like, and I guess that kind of carries over to now. You can kind of see that now. I always try to be funny, the funny guy. But like, I've also noticed that you will have some guys, and no offense to those guys, physically they're not the most attractive.
Mm-hmm.
They're not tall. They may not be buff. They may not be like whatever, but they're funny. Mm-hmm. They constantly keep the other person laughing. And so the other person always has a good time with them. Mm-hmm. And it completely overshoots like their physical looks, especially like with dating women. Like, you know, men, we're very like visual, right? Like whatever we see, typically like we'll be attracted to. Not all the time, but like a high majority of the time, right? Like if we see something that we really like, we already are wanting that, right? But like I find that with women, it's like they have to have that connection. It's a little bit deeper, right? It's a little bit more personal. And so I feel like if you're a guy who can make someone have a good day, make them laugh, then typically that connection drives it home a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they say Alex might be IPAs.
Well, I would have been drunk, but I'd spilled half of it. So, Yeseul, what's your thought on that?
Yeah.
Well, for me, I think I really like if I can share some sort of humor that we only know together. Mm-hmm. And every time we mention that, we just laugh no matter what. Mm-hmm. So I think in relationship that if we have like same kind of humor, like sense, then I think that's really good. Like we can laugh in anything. Yeah. Like we can make jokes in anything. It's always funny, even we're fighting. If someone just said that sentence that we made one day and just everything melts away, it's just good moments only. So it's definitely important. It's 10. Wait, can I say that number now?
No, yeah, you can go for it.
Yeah.
Everything can be important.
Yeah. Those inside jokes, right? Like you need those jokes because like I feel like that they break a lot of tension. Like you said, like you're frustrated, you're angry. And then like there's those small things that we say that like crack somebody up. And you kind of need that to kind of make the atmosphere a lot easier. Mm-hmm. What about you, Alex?
Yeah, 100%, man. Agreed, 100%. Like, it's sharing the same sense of humor. It doesn't matter if it's sophisticated, intelligent humor, or if it's fart jokes. It as long as you're on the same page, that's all it is. And for me, I don't know what my sense of humor. I mean, I don't even know what my sense of humor is, Mike. I guess you probably know it from the outside. But as long as she laughs at my jokes legit and I laugh at her jokes legit, that's pretty important because I don't know, man. Laughter is like a big part of my life too.
Yeah, yeah. Laughter is important, right? So I guess we all say 10. I would say like
a 9.
9. I would say a 9.
No,
for me, it's
8.
9.
I'm dropping to an 8 actually.
You're not
I think Smiles Smile's still above sense of humor, but they kind of go together. Yeah, because you know what? Because I'm okay with less of a sense of humor if our personalities mesh in other ways. Like, I mean, obviously, if we have a bad chemistry with humor, like if she hates all my jokes, then that's too much. But if we get along pretty well, sense of humor, but we like connect on a different level, like we're both super nerds, we both like talking about deep thoughts, that can substitute for humor. So I'm not going to put, I mean, I'll drop it to 8, maybe 7. I've convinced myself a little less now. It's important to have some sort of personality that you really connect on a deeper level with, but it doesn't have to be humor. So I take mine back a little bit.
I find that also with an international relationship, also language, like humor is not universal at all. Like there are some things that I find funny, Rose does not find funny. And I think part of it is language. And then part of it is like, especially like with a lot of puns, cause like she'll like with something in Korean, like it wouldn't be really punny. But it'll be funny that she gets it. But then when she tries to explain it to me, there's like even if I can understand it in Korean, there's still some context I don't get, or it's relating to some other kind of thing. And same for us. I'll show her a meme. I'm like, look at this meme. And then like she'll read the meme aloud to process the meme. And it's like, oh, okay. And then give it back to me. And I'm like, no, it's funny. Look, it's really funny. You're supposed to laugh more. So yes, I guess humor is not universal, but there is a common ground between it. So moving on. The next one, number 4, is masculinity, but not the non-toxic.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought this
as opposed to someone else who chose the toxic one.
I mean, somebody might like the toxic one.
Does it mean someone who have like very manly figure?
Yeah, it's very like is this a word like namja suroun namja? Like, is that even a thing?
남자 다운 남자?
Like drinking water like this?
Wait, do that again. Hold on, do that again.
Like this. Yeah, like beer when they drink beer, like in Korea, like when we call like namjada and they drink beer like this.
Yeah, that's the toxic masculinity. That if you're like getting drunk on that.
Like, does that come with the sound effects?
Yeah, I just make sound effects.
So you drink it.
I would say like
yeah.
I would say toxic masculinity is let's go non-toxic masculinity, I guess would be masculine, like being very much like a man or like a gentleman. Which even then is kind of like with nowadays, a lot of people kind of question that and everything, like what really is a man. But that's another discussion for another day. But it's basically being manly, but not being overly manly to where you cannot feel, like you cannot appreciate things that are not typically celebrated as being manly. So like being able to cry. Typically, men are like, oh, I can't cry because I'm a man, right? But I feel like true masculinity, I can see Brett Ninja said it, true masculinity isn't toxic. It shouldn't be. You should, like, a man should be able to cry, so I feel that like and the person who wrote this, she said some really good things, but of course they say, be in touch with your feminine side and stuff like that. But I think it's important for a man to just be secure as to who he is. If he is, some men are going to be more manly than others, and that's cool. But as long as they're secure who they are, and then they treat someone better, treat the woman better or man better, then hey, it is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So it's a nim.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a wrench into this conversation and say, nah, this kind of masculinity. I'm gonna say that goes with having muscles or being in shape or being somewhat of an alpha in the sense of like being able to have confidence and maybe take control of difficult situations or calm people down in a leadership role. I'm not saying that is ideal in the sense of like, you know, I agree with the idea that you're supposed to question gender norms, but there's got to be like a sexiness about having those predefined, somewhat archaic, but yet still manly stuff, like side to it. No, like I mean, it's okay to be able to cry, but it's very specific how quote unquote real men cry. Like real men cry, but they're really good at crying when it's appropriate and when they need to show that side of them in a way. Again, I don't believe like you should define real men like that. Yeah, just one teardrop.
Just one eye. They cry out of one eye.
Not like,
but so actually because of that, I think Yeseul needs to kind of own the conversation, the definition of this one. So when you see the term, I like a masculine guy, what is the ideal definition of masculinity that comes to your head? And I guess maybe I should say when you think of masculine, maybe not the way that we like, okay, this is how masculinity and femininity should be defined in the modern society but like what makes you think like that's a guy I want to date?
oh, that's the guy I want to date?
I mean, that's somebody who fits that role of masculinity that Mike's follower on Instagram probably brought up, I guess.
This is hard. Because
that's why we asked you.
The only thing I can think of masculine guy is someone who is really like bigger than me in the shape, also just in my head, like this guy is like a mountain, you know, like he's there to protect me. He's kind of bigger being than myself, that he always kind of protecting me around kind of feeling. So I don't know if that's right meaning for this, but if that's what it is, I think.
I think that's just maybe like what you see as like masculinity is also just like, you know, a man who is taller, who is protecting, who is like a mountain.
Yeah. Like if there's a car coming, he can just pull me like and like
jumps in front of the car, stops the car.
He gets hit by the car. Boom. For you, baby.
Me, you know, if I'm walking in the night,
stuff right there.
Protect me and kind of feel me. But I feel safe with him.
Oh, that's good. I like that definition.
Yeah. So whenever, let's say, your ideal when you're walking alongside the road with someone you care about, what side are you on the sidewalk?
Ooh, I think I'm like, if this is a car road and this is the person sidewalk, then I'll be safer side.
Oh, you're on the safer side. Okay. Yeah. I heard like I kind of learned that recently. Like typically women like to be on the opposite end, like where the cars aren't, and so like typically now with Rose, I put her on that end. I think it might be a southern thing too, from where I'm from. So people from my region, or even just Americans, let me know if that's a thing. Just like putting the woman on the safer side of the road. It's a thing. Okay,
I forget it all the time. I mean, like when I remember, I do it, but like I'm not always like perfect gentleman. Like, hey, we're walking. Make sure that she's furthest away from.
Yeah.
I forget sometimes because I don't see that as. I get the gesture. And I actually think it's nice. I think it's good when you think about it. But, you know, of all the things that are protective, I mean, if that car is veering off the road, man, you're both kind of goners. So.
Oh, yeah. That's when you just got to grab her and just be like, and just like toss her. Just completely out of
it. Like, I just imagine like this situation where she's right here. And all of a sudden, it's just like, oh, no, a car. Whoa. And then like. Only this part was hit. I'm like, yeah, it's a nice gesture. I like the gesture, but it's I think it's more manly to be able to protect someone from somebody who is going to hurt you or like a real threat. That's just me though. Unfortunately, I don't know. By the way, I should mention this. I would probably rank very low on this scale, but someone who's really good at jiu-jitsu like Mike, he's probably really high up there on masculinity.
I need to be better, man. Nah, man, I
got
love
the muscles. You got the skills.
I love rom-coms, man. Like, I mean, I watch them sometimes. Like romantic comedies, like I don't know. I like cute stuff too. So
I'm just saying you can protect somebody when the time comes. That's what I mean.
Oh. I mean, if that is the definition, then yeah. Here's something that Elijah said earlier that I've kind of noted and liked it. Can someone be too protecting?
I
Yep.
I know that feeling. Like too protective can be, I think, a bit jealousy. Like want to know what's going on in my life, not just protecting from me from the car. Maybe the person wants to protect me from my job situation or
Yeah.
what should I do in future kind of stuff. So too protective is I don't know.
Yeah. That's not masculinity. That's being a tiger mom. That's totally different.
Yeah, that's too much. That's way too much. I think we can go on to the next one now. So by the way,
wait. We need a number. We need a number.
Oh, we do need a number. Number.
I think Yeseul might have to give this number though.
Oh my god. I'll give it a 5.
A 5.
Whoa.
Okay.
So that person, this is great because that means someone you date, you know, as long as they make you laugh, if they let you get beat up by somebody and it's funny, laughter was 10 for you. Dang. Or maybe that's just my toxic masculinity showing. Maybe you can defend yourself. You can defend him from you too. So that's
I like the idea that one day I can learn something like Mike, like, you know, jiu-jitsu or something. I like the idea that one day that I can maybe protect my guy walking next to me in the night.
Yeah. Boom. Video topic right there. Right there. It just how to do jiu-jitsu, how to choke somebody. Bam.
How to increase your masculinity of attractiveness.
Choke somebody. Next.
What's next?
So let me explain this one. One of our friends posted this, and I couldn't help but add it in, which I knew where she was going with it. She said a degree in engineering or having a nice job, and so is it important for a guy to have a really nice job?
Or a degree in engineering, but no job.
Or a degree in engineering.
Like 2 different things or together.
I think I can't assume that if you have a degree in engineering, you have a nice job. But I would say I don't know. What do you think?
A doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a job that can either provide stability or stability plus a little bit of comfort in life.
Is it important to have that type of job that gives you that security, that much security?
I think if I'm in just dating relationship, not thinking seriously about my relationship, then it doesn't matter. But if I eventually think of like getting married or I don't know, then maybe it's important, but I have to have same status as him. So I don't never feel like that I am, you know, in relationship. I'm not like, you know, I want to be even. So I like to be that same level as him. So I should have a nice job and not the engineering part, but I should have a nice job and be stable. But I think it's what everyone would agree probably, because it's bad to have that stability in your life.
Yeah.
That zipper sound.
That would be Xander. So, wow, I like that. So that's really cool. So not only does the guy need to have, you know, a good job, especially if you're trying to go toward marriage, but it should be like a 50-50. It should be equal to where both of you are lifting each other up, right? What do you think?
I don't mind being like a 3 or a 4 on my list because I talked to someone recently about this actually, and I think kind of the idea. Obviously, there needs to be some level of equality. I think because I think you know, it's difficult in some relationships to have a huge gap in learning, education. Like, I think just statistically that bears out. However, like, I'm kind of very comfortable with the fact that some of the people around me, some of the women around me, are just better at work, at getting jobs, at getting money. And honestly, if that's the case and it's better for building up the relationship that that person takes a bigger role in the community, or not community, in the family, then I'm totally fine. If that means I have to give up some of my work, my freelancing work, because her going to work, I don't know, like maybe it's more money per hour or it's better for the future prospects. If it's better for her to be above me socially, economically, or what politically, whatever it may be, I'm totally cool with that. So I guess in the sense that this question is talking about men's roles in relationship and what's attractive to, you know, like men's level of attractiveness, this isn't important to me, because if my job is better, then yeah, maybe I'll do more work. But if her job is better, then yeah, I'm cool with that too. I mean, if that's what's best for the family or the partnership. But that's just me talking. So I don't know, because this isn't about, I can't go up to a girl and be like, hey, what's up, girl? I make less than you and I can make it work. You know, that's not as attractive either. So
what's up? So I see Brandon, he commented and said, girls don't date men that make more, I guess. Yeah, that make more. What do you think? Yeah, so as a lady.
They make more.
Girls
you make
don't
more
date
money
men.
than the guy you're dating.
Yeah. So like if the girl makes more money, they typically don't date the guy.
Oh.
What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I always have this idea that I wanna be the, I don't know, how can I say
the breadwinner? Like you want to be the money maker.
I want to be the woman that I make more money than my man.
Oh.
And I want to be the woman who owns things more than my man. And eventually I want to like feel that I have this thing that I built, and I am not someone like cling to this man's thing, you know?
Yeah.
So if the guy don't want to date, if the woman don't want to date a man who's not making more money than a woman, right? That's the question. Then I don't agree with that. I would not care, because for me it's more important what I have than what the others have. That gives me power, I think.
Yeah. That is really important too, because like I think about like my mom. She is like a powerful lady. Like she was like an assistant director in a hospital and everything. And she's a doctor now. And like, you know, my dad was in the military, and like both of them did well, but like my mom kind of like, she just shined, and she just became very powerful in the town among like those hospitals, right? And so, and to me, that image of like of a powerful woman is important, and I think it's also it should be encouraged as well. And I wouldn't feel bad if my wife also made more money than me. Like it wouldn't bother me at all. It's just because I've seen it as a good example in my life as well. So yeah, I would say, what we talking about? Nice jobs.
Money
for me.
Who making more money?
Making more money. I would say for me, making more money. I mean, I would say like I mean, this isn't really me. I'm not really ranking, but I would say like a 6 personally. 6 or 7, but I think it all depends on the guy's confidence. Depends on the man's confidence.
I think if I can interject something, I think often we focus on kind of who makes more money as if that's kind of the main thing. That's a part of it, but a lot of it more has to do with your partner having the same understanding of money as you do. And, you know, I think a lot of it comes from things we can't change, like what socioeconomic class did you grow up in? How did your parents view spending money versus saving money versus being frugal versus investing? Like, for example, like I said, I could date a woman who makes way more money than I do. But I somehow don't financially get along with women who grew up with a lot of money because of the way that we view money and how easily you can spend it. Like for me, I'm a little bit, because not like I didn't grow up poor, but my parents did. And so we have like the way that I view money is a little bit stingier, to be honest,
Mhm.
in some regards, as I sit here in this waste of money studio. But like, sorry, Xander.
Oh, waste of money.
But like, yeah, I can't date. Like some people are just like, yo, why are we going to the most expensive restaurant? Oh, because we can. And I'm just like, oh man, $100 a person. I'm like, this money could be better spent somewhere. And that creates the rift more than whether they make more money or not.
Mhm.
I think.
Mhm.
I agree.
I agree. So how would you rank it?
Again, like I'm going to go with 3 or 4. I think the amount of money doesn't matter because in today's world, like I said, if you meet a girl from a conservative family and you're a guy from a conservative family, maybe it's important. But in my case, I don't think it's that important. But I would like to say, like, I don't want to make way less money than the person I'm with, unless she like invents the next Apple or Google, and then whatever. Yeah, that's cool by me.
I mean, then shoot, then let her. And then you just kind of
Yeah.
just cruise.
In that case,
I'll be a
I'll do
fan
whatever
of
it takes. If yeah, that kind of money, I'm not like fighting for my career.
Yeah, so where would you rank it?
Well, for me, it's 5. I'm in the middle. So, because I also I think I saw the comment like, why can't both build together?
Yeah.
Because I kind of like the idea that both partners like try their best and make something out together, like not one person more than the other person kind of situation, like both together doing something. And that's really like, who makes more money or not. It's like together, 2 person.
Right.
So for me, it's 5.
Yeah.
And it's always good, like good together going up like this.
Yeah. Got to build together, right?
Yeah.
So our next one is a big one. Confidence.
Confidence.
Confidence is so big.
So good.
So big.
Man, confidence. I'm going to jump ahead of this one. I'm going to say it might be my 10. It might be my number 10.
Right away. Confidence.
It's even a woman with confidence, and it's not just about being alpha male or alpha woman. It's like how you handle yourself, how you face the world, how it's confidence that she knows that I love her, so she doesn't have like trust issues or jealousy issues. Confidence goes beyond just like business. It's like she has confidence in herself. She knows that if we're apart, that's okay. We have confidence that we'll get back together, like, temporarily. I mean, yeah, confidence is deep, but confidence is probably the most attractive thing. I would even say for both sexes, but at least personally, I'll give it a 10.
Well, for me, it's 9.
Niner.
I removed 1 because I thought of when Alex talking about really good things about confidence, which I agree, everything. I was thinking something else as well, that the narcissistic confidence, like somehow I see the person and I feel like I cannot like go into their mind because this person is so like perfect and they know they're perfect, and because they know there's something amazing that kind of rejects me with some sort of aura. I want to get close to them. I feel attracted to their like appearance wise. I feel like I can go through that, and because of that, I have to remove 1.
I would say for me, for sure, confidence is really important because I know before, and like my 20s was a very confusing time for me. Alex, I don't know about you. My 20s was very confusing.
I mean, my teens, my 20s, my 30s, they're all pretty confusing. So whatever.
Oh, God. And just like when I think back to just trying to date in my 20s, y'all, it was a struggle. And like I think part of it was a struggle because of me, and just needing to grow up and everything. But a big part of it was also a lack of confidence. And because I feel that like for me, at least in the States, I wasn't confident in my approaches, or like I kind of felt like I might not have been like good enough to approach some women. Now, granted, I used to always approach like the prettiest women and try and talk to them or whatever. But I mean, anyway, so like I would approach them, but I wouldn't have that confidence that comes with it. And you know, and I drove in the US, I drove a pretty decent car and everything. So like I had like the Mustang and everything. And that was cool and all, but then like if you don't have the confidence to go with it, then you start relying on things like, oh, you know, I got a nice car, you know, or like, oh, I can do this. And it's you end up not being comfortable with who you are. And if you're not comfortable with who you are, you know, even if you were to get this person, whoever this person is, right? If you're never comfortable with who you are, then you never really like, you'll never be satisfied with them, because I feel like then that person himself is like a place filler, right? Like they kind of fill in that place where you're lacking confidence. That person's used to make you feel good, in short. So you need confidence in you.
Yo, man, that's why guys, I saw like a comment earlier. Someone like said the words like high value person or something. I was like, that guy watches Roommates podcast, whatever. But I'm like, I was thinking about that, why guys, especially when we were in our 20s, we're all like, oh, you know, we're just, why don't girls like me? Or when you're a freshman in college, why don't girls like me? And like the only difference between being a freshman in college and a senior in college is like confidence, really. And it's so easy to see that. Or being someone in their 20s versus 30s, like, why do girls like to date guys in their 30s? I'm like, yo, because they're confident about where they are in life often. They're confident about who they are. They're comfortable. And I think there was a comment earlier about confidence can come from within. I think it was like Andre. Confidence comes from viewing things in the right perspective. Like, it's not just like alpha male confidence. It's just being confident in who you are and what you're doing. And that's something in my 20s, I agree with you, Mike. Like, I didn't have that confidence. You know, I think I jokingly, like, I'll have a beer while we do our thing. But in my 20s, I didn't think girls would like me unless I was drinking a beer with them. Like, that kind of confidence was something I severely lacked. And I'm like, and that's clear. Like, now I realize, okay, this is why a girl may not want to date me, because I clearly had a lack of confidence back then. So, now that I'm putting, it's a strong 10 for me now. And I will say one more thing, by the way, just to make sure it's clear.
Say one more thing.
It can be confidence in like anything. If someone is like super confident in their ability to talk about science, they're a science dork, that can be sexy too. You know, like, confidence doesn't have to be the standard masculinity, femininity confidence, but once you're confident with yourself, that's a 10. I'm attracted to you.
Yeah. If you show fully that you are okay with who you are, then that is a 10. Like, again, it took me into my 30s to be comfortable with me being like this kind of nerdy, game loving. I mean, I still love animes. I dress up as Spider-Man, like, for kindergarten kids. So like, that some people might find that nerdy, but like, I kind of love it, right? And it's that confidence that really becomes attractive. Which, Alex, that reminds me, by the way, of us running through home day a few summers ago.
We were confidently running through. Yo, quick thing. People are commenting in the comment section. People are saying like Abatha says, confidence works for dating, but you need money for marriage. Dating and marriage, totally different games. Like, that's a very good point. And you can't like jump 4 economic social classes with just confidence. But I think they still kind of go hand in hand. Like, if you're confident of who you are on the inside and you love anime or whatever, or comics, that extends beyond dating. That takes you to get better jobs as well. Like, I think it's an overall character personality that makes the reason we evolutionarily like confidence is because it indicates that person is also confident enough to get a job, to provide for a family. Like, it's not just like, I'm confidently running around in a Spider-Man suit. It's, my name's mikole. I'm confident running around in a Spider-Man suit. And also, I'm confident enough to reach out to Comic-Con Seoul and get work with them. That's the kind of, so they're actually kind of related more than people think. Just my thought.
Agreed.
I feel like I have to give a 10 now. I was thinking this one thing that was in my head, and now listening all this, I feel like I felt the same. Like, when I was in high school, I was like super nerdy and no boyfriend and things like this. And even still, I feel like I'm so nerdy and dorky, but I think if you are next to a confident person, that also gives you confidence. And I think
Yeah.
because of I don't know some shine through them, it just gives me that I can be like that person next to me. I can say something confidently like you do. Like yeah, we can do it together. So I think it's a 9.5.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah, hey, about that.
We'll take the points. We'll take the points.
It's like every good romantic comedy movie where like one of the people convinces the other to be themselves and to let themselves go and to do the stupid thing together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So our next one, this one made me laugh. I was too sure if I would throw this one in, but I did anyway.
What is
An
it?
Oppa.
Ah! What is
Oh, Gangnam Style.
Oppa? So Oppa means older brother.
Yeah.
Who is not my brother.
Right.
Hope not. Hope not.
I think in this sense, no.
I don't know why, but as a Korean woman, I have this image about Oppa because of what happened to me when I was early 20. So I was in this club like Octagon, and
Oh, you were an Octagon. Dang.
yeah, I was in Octagon, and I was with my friend, and we're tired. We're about to leave, and some guy just grabbed my arm like this and asked me, "Hey, do you want to see Ferrari Oppa?" So yeah, the guy was asking that, "Do you want to see this Oppa who is older, who has money, drives a supercar? You want to meet this Oppa?" And he tried to drag me to that room. I was like, "No, I'm not into Oppa. I'm gonna leave here." And I had this experience. So after that, every time I hear like Oppa words, I feel like, it's like people who try to, do things to me or
Yeah. That's creepy.
Yeah, that's
Oppa really higher than me, want to look down me kind of feeling.
Yeah, I feel like I try not to use that word in podcasts, but that's very rapey. Like it actually is very that feeling where it's just like
it's like burning
I
sun.
just grabbed you.
Yeah.
Cute word. Like there's many nice Oppa, and sometimes Oppa can be someone like your best friend, like taking care of you, very gentle and very sensitive to what's happening to you. Always take care of into detail things. It can be romantic things, but I think there's a lot of different meanings from who hear that word and who have everyone have different experiences of Oppa, their own Oppa. So I cannot say that Oppa is 10. I cannot say that. It depends on what Oppa you met.
Yeah, I give it a 1.
Yeah.
The reason it's related to your story, but the reason I don't like the word Oppa or like the idea of it is it makes me feel like the person I'm dating can't take care of herself so I as Oppa need to make sure she's fed, make sure she has money, make sure because the way that they said it in a club to you is also like it sounds like, yo, you want to meet an Oppa, a guy with money, a guy who can take care of you, and that's the kind of thing that's like I'm not looking for in a woman, and I don't want I want to take care of that person, but I don't want to feel like I am an older brother, or to me it feels more like a father figure, which is kind of like why I get creeped out by it. Someone who can take care of a girl and make sure that she's fed, she has a house, that I provide her with money, and it's like I want an independent girl, or a girl I want a girl who can be independent but chooses to partner up with me. And so I put the stereotype of an Oppa, I should say. The stereotype of an Oppa, really down on the list.
That is creepy as freak. Yeah, I feel like Oppa has this feeling of power. Like it has this nuance of power, right? Yeah. And so I think that's the issue, right? Like I know in Korean dramas, it's it comes off as this whole Oppa, and this girl is just dreaming of this older guy who does whatever, or sometimes he pretends like he doesn't want her, but the way it's exercised in real life is really creepy. Like it's usually never. It's usually never nice. I love how Ferrari Oppa. There's a in Gangnam, man. That's all you get is a Ferrari Oppa. And guys, I think and correct me if I'm wrong, just like this kind of cultural aspect about clubs. Because I've only seen it in a drama. I've never been in a Korean club. I wouldn't consider Go-Go's a Korean club, but like Octagon's a very like Korean club. But like just correct me if I'm wrong, Yeseul, but it's like basically like sometimes a guy will grab a girl and then like take her to like the area where like other dudes be at, like his friends or whatever, and then like as a way to like introduce her to or the guys to a girl. They just kind of snatch them up. Is that about right for those who just aren't familiar with that cultural thing? Take that as a yes. That is a yes. Big shout out to Mesme in the chat.
And when you see Korean dramas, you see a lot of scenes like Oppa try to drag this woman character to their car, or you come here, go shopping. You come here, let's do this.
Yeah.
So there was
news
about it that all the guy Oppa characters in Korean drama, they were very like somewhat violent, the behaviors, but they're very romantic. Like they're seen as very romantic, but if you like think it's like if that happened in your real life, that can be like, I don't want you to do this to me, but this guy's keep doing that to me, that can be violent. So for me, it was nice to see those little change these days in Korean dramas that actually woman characters are a bit like Oppa. So,
Hotel Del Luna.
Yeah, like woman in charge, like the guy has to, listen to the woman kind of situation. So it's a split. But for me, it was happy to see those little changes these days. Yeah.
It's not attractive for the guy to throw their arm against the wall, not let her leave, go for a kiss where she just sits there like this.
The kabeton. or like when the girls they argue and then she tries to like walk away and he just like grabs her by the arm and it's like, come here. And then they
slow motion in 7 directions.
He'd be like, Hajimaseyo.
When I was 15, I was watching those and I thought, wow, that's so romantic, right? But I don't think like this anymore because I know it's very violent. So,
yeah, right?
We've learned.
So no the Oppas. No Oppas.
Like, except the good Oppas.
Except for the good Oppa.
There are good Oppas
out there. There's many good Oppas.
Yeah, I think, to be fair, like, if you put Oppa definition in the context of, like, someone who you look up to, who maybe they're older than the woman they're dating, but, like, you look up to them because they're maybe a mentor-ish figure, maybe they got themselves put together and the younger woman looks up to that person, like, that in itself can be attractive. I can be attracted to a female who's older than me that has her stuff together. She's read, like, she seems more mature. So in that regard, I don't want to like diss on Oppas in that way. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and speed us along a little bit more, just because we have 3 more left, and then we just want to hear Yeseul. She created her own list, her own small list. Attention to small details.
Wow, that's sometimes what couple fights for.
Oh man, that's why I'm terrible at this. I am so bad at the small details, and that's why, even though I know it's important, oh man, I just like forget the smallest, dumbest things, and then I get in trouble for it.
So would this be like, like someone changing their hair? Like, I was like, I got my hair done, and then you don't notice?
Oh, I never noticed that. Never noticed.
Or lipstick colors, or nail done.
Oh, see, that's hard. What would you rate this one?
I think it's 6 because it's good someone know what's going on in your life, like someone pay attention to you. That's a good thing. But I don't want someone to say, oh, your eyebrow is thicker than yesterday. Like, I don't want that much detail. I think it's too much. Like, oh, you have a pimple now, you have to remove it. Like, that's too much. So I think it's 6.
I feel like just in my time living here that a lot of Korean ajumanis, they will actually notice those small details. Like me as a boyfriend or a husband, like some things I wouldn't notice, but I feel like some of the things that Korean Ajumanis will notice, like they see it and then they'll tell you. They're like, "Wow, you look different. You've gotten fatter." Like I've heard this before. Like someone told my wife that she was just like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't notice you. Yeah, you look a bit fatter in your face," and it was just like, wow, can you actually say this? And yeah, people say these things.
Hi, Elliot. I see you out there.
So, what about you?
I think attention to details is actually like a 7 or an 8, even though I'm terrible at it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like those are the small things that make you happy throughout the day. Like I'm pretty good. Like here's the thing, I'm good at noticing small details half the time. Like I will remember something that my girlfriend said 6 months ago that she liked a certain flavor of, I don't know, macaroons or whatever, and I will remember that. But then I'll forget, like, oh, Alex, I told you today we're going to do this activity. I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot. Like I'm like I'm not good. If anyone's out there like wants to date me and the small things are important to you, you don't want to date me. I will remember certain things and I'll forget stuff and you'll be like, this guy's an idiot. But I think it's important. I think I should do better at it.
It's okay. We all should. We're growing in that, man.
Yeah.
Nice teeth.
Nice teeth.
Nice teeth.
It kind of goes with the smile a little bit, but at the same time we said, your smile is your smile, like it's kind of way your mouth is shaped and your eyes, but actually nice teeth, the chompers. What are you thinking?
I personally, I did the braces. I had a back. So for me, I care more of a smiley person than a nice teeth, because I think if the person has a great smile, then how the teeth looks like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The shape is important.
Uh-huh.
I just hope my boyfriend will have a better teeth than me in the cavity wise, because I have a lot of teeth too.
Yeah,
but
I feel you there.
The shape of it, I think. I think I don't care.
I feel your pain, because I know for me, I have a lot of fillings and caps in my mouth from eating too many Skittles.
Me too.
Alexi?
Yeah.
Are you looking at the chat? I think people are talking about you in the chat.
Sometimes, man, they're hilarious. I think a smile. I'm gonna say this: the teeth is like it's an 8 or a 10, but I think there's a lot of flexibility in what constitutes good teeth. Like I don't think you need perfectly straight teeth to have nice looking teeth, but I say it's important because if you're missing half your teeth because you got a meth problem, like that's like having terrible teeth can be an issue for me, but having slightly so because of that reason, I put it high on the list. But to me, it's not a big deal if someone has slightly crooked teeth. That's fine.
Yeah. That
smile thing, like Yeseul said.
It just depends on how bad they are. Like, not perfect teeth, I'm okay with. But like, when the teeth are like kind of like doing this in someone's mouth,
not function well, then that's like I need to care about it. Yeah.
I'm still okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Like honestly, if it's not like gross yellow because you don't take care of it yourself.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
And I'm okay.
Different.
It can even do like
if you're like completely just thrashing your own mouth, like just you smoke and your teeth are like hanging and stuff like that because you just don't take care of it, then it's a little bit different. My bad, Alex. I kept talking over you, man. What were you about to say, brother?
Nothing.
I
was gonna make fun of the way that you called teeth like this.
Really?
I don't even know what's going on
in your mouth, like.
I think a lot of it has to do with personal responsibility. Like, if you didn't get braces, you couldn't afford them, or it just wasn't part of your culture growing up, I'm cool with that. But if you decided in your life not to brush your teeth at least once a day,
Uh-huh.
brush
your teeth, y'all.
Smell like mouth breath.
Oh yeah.
Smell.
yeah,
Something that can be lower number.
Yeah.
Because that's something you do for your boyfriend.
I'm surprised that's not on the list today. That's a good one.
Yeah. Like even for your romantic lifestyle, like if you try to do something and then if it smells bad, then like.
Yeah.
If a clinic offered us plastic surgery for free, would we do it?
If a clinic offers us plastic surgery, would you do it? Oh, what?
It depends on what area.
Yeah, what area?
I would if I
Like, if
got
there-
some moles
yeah.
removed, then yeah. I have some moles I kind of want to get rid of, but that's about it.
I think.
I mean, like, I think. Go ahead, Yeseul.
Oh, okay. So I still have a problem with my teeth. I cannot like close it well. So I just said like because your here is I don't know my upper teeth are more forward than the lower teeth.
Oh, so you have it's an overbite. It's called an overbite.
So because of this,
I love-
the doctor said I have a cavity. So if I can fix that problem, I would. But other than that, Alex?
I think it's funny that a lot of kind of relate to what you just said. I think it's funny that a lot of Americans and Western people like make fun of Koreans for getting so much plastic surgery, and yet every one of them had like braces or stuff like fixing their own face, and we kind of forget that like teeth stuff too is also part of the plastic surgery or like that kind of stuff. That being said, I would only fix my nose because I think it's a small enough change that I wouldn't feel different. The rest of it, man, I don't know. Whatever. It's my body. I got stuck with it. I'll deal with it. But my nose could be straighter, I guess. I think I would change that if it was free.
Which, I'll say this really quickly, then we can move on to the next point. Alex, do you remember a few years ago when I broke my nose from walking into the door? So I went to, so I walked into a glass door and didn't know it was there, but it was there. And so I broke my nose.
A really good glass door then.
Yeah, it's a clean glass door. So,
beautiful.
And then,
movie.
What's up?
I thought that only happens in a movie.
Oh no, God no. No,
Mike
that's
is a
the
movie
thing.
star.
That's the thing. I got the picture and everything from that. And so I went to the doctor, and it's really interesting. He asked me, like, they tell me how they can like fix my nose, basically, or that it was going to heal on its own. But they were like, but we can fix it. But typically, if you were Korean, I would offer this service to you. But since you're foreign, I wouldn't, because Koreans there's a culture of plastic surgery. So he was like, yeah, if you were Korean, I definitely would have offered that service to you. I was like, nah, I'm good, bro.
I had a friend do that. I had a friend, he's like, well, I already broke my nose, so I might as well just get it fixed, because he had to have that stuff in his face anyway. He was like, all right, well, I'll just fix it. So
here's the last one. This one was slightly influenced by Rose. Sexiness.
Oh, that's the masculinity we were talking about earlier. Height, nice body, etc. Oh, what's the etc.? Tell me what the etc. is, Mike. Give it to me.
It stands for extra tall. I'm not gonna say the C. Yes.
Extra thick, Mike. Extra
thick. Calories.
Calluses.
Sorry.
Calluses. Right.
So
we'll know how bad the delay is once people start saying "ew" and "gross" in the comment section.
By the way, you guys go ahead and talk. My battery, my camera's about to die, so I got to switch batteries. But go for it.
Okay. So.
All right, you start because it's masculinity.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it sounds weird, but I think guy with lots of hair. Wait, it's already weird. So hairy guys are sexy.
I've heard that. I've heard a lot of.
You know that guy from Aquaman, the Aquaman guy. He had a lot of hair.
From Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa. Oh, there you go.
Hair here, everywhere, and his hair is green too, and he has chest hair and many hairs everywhere. And
Shut up, Cam.
I just personally, I think guy with hairs are really sexy, and especially when they like work out or do something, and there's some sort of scent coming from those hair.
Man, I don't think a lot of women will like my scent. It's not as sexy as it's oof.
No, not the dirty smell, like sweat smell, but there's some smells from hair that is very manly. Like I don't know how to do that.
Mine's the sweat smell. Mine's the gross one.
I like the smell of onions.
No,
Oh yeah. No, I get it. So, pheromones. Yeah, I get it. Like, which for the record, I can count on one hand how many Korean women I've met that liked hairy men. I can probably say you were the second. Out of my whole time in Korea, you were the number 2.
This is hard to see a man with the beard.
I think, yeah. I think for me, in my experience dating here, it's either been one or the other. You're very much like, I like hairy men, or like, oh, I don't like hairy men. I can count on my hand the number of, probably less than like, the number of women who have said like, it doesn't matter. But like, there's usually a preference.
Mm-hmm.
I find that for most of the women I've talked to, they felt that like hairy, like having a thick beard they didn't really like the thick beard because most Korean men don't grow these giant beards, really, right? It's more like a Western thing, so they like them clean shaven or like a very clean chest. Some hair is natural, but like at least I would say the chest and the jawline they typically like clean from the ones that I've met. But I know for me, I can grow like these thick like sideburns, these disco looking sideburns as well. So
okay, question. I'm asking for a friend, totally for a friend. What if this guy who's hairy shaved his chest and arms? Just asking for a friend. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Go.
Just shave.
That's for you, Yeseul. Like with someone who has, obviously you said you like hairy, so that's different. But like, what if someone who had a hairy chest shaved his chest?
Oh, I think that's fun because it can grow again. Because I think you can make a shape here, like heart or like star, and then just remove it and then grow it again. I think it's a fun thing. If you're in a relationship, you can do fun things.
They braid their chest, just like start braiding it.
Yeah.
That's right, Kim. Asking for a friend. I don't know what you're talking about.
As for a friend, Cam. That's it. We're not doing anything for anything.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Legion says, Yeseul wants a caveman.
Yeah, I can be caveman.
Man.
Like Jason Momoa caveman.
He is a very oh, my bad.
Ask him on what you're talking about.
He's a very beautiful man, yeah. So so now we're at the
What's the number? What's the number?
Oh, what's the
What's
number?
Wait, but number for what? Like
sexiness. What do you put sexiness?
Sexiness is very important. Give a 9.
Give an 8 or a 9. Yeah, 8 or a 9. 8.5.
I was gonna say, Alex, for you, for when it comes to women, just where will you put sexiness?
Yeah, like I don't think a woman has to always be sexy. But I think someone who can like, we had this conversation before, Mike, but someone who can like turn it on, like on a date or when you're out, like, yo, we got a red carpet event tonight or something like that for your company. It's like, I'm wearing this sexy dress. I'd be like, I don't think a woman has to be sexy all the time, but I would like a sexy part of her to exist.
Yeah,
sexy in my eyes, I should say.
Yeah, you don't want to overdo the sexy. That can happen. You can overdo sexy, and which you would think that'd be a good thing for someone to always be sexy, but really, it's just sometimes you just want someone to chill with, someone to look relaxed, and then when it's time to look good, they can look good, or they can do it naturally. I see Legion said, "I like it when a woman is natural, has natural sexiness." That's also
natural sexiness is important.
And hair is also important, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we want to hear your traits.
Ooh, yay! Is it on this presentation, or I have to say it?
You'll have to say I didn't get a chance to add it. Sorry.
I wrote it down here. So number one is very important. Is that
Okay.
the person really love to watch same series of shows or dramas or movie with me.
Ooh.
Like to discuss and have a debate with me after the show ends. I think it's very
Oh.
important for me.
That's
All
cool.
right, so not Family Guy or got it.
Family Guy is fun too.
I was gonna say, what is your show then? Like, what is your show that like?
So recently I
Says
watched
Gimli.
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. Is that with Anna Taylor-Joy? Anna
I
Taylor-Joy?
think that's a Queen's Gambit.
That's Queen's Gambit. Okay.
Yeah, I watch a lot of shows, and there's so many good shows because of the corona, and if you have someone next to you and you don't share like watching same shows together, and
Yeah.
boomer, right? Because you want
Yeah.
to talk, you want to watch together, have a time together. So
Mhm.
very important. Oh, and what was that? Mandalorian, and
Oh yeah.
there's so many shows. And the guy with the Superman guy who would say like, Richard.
Oh, The Witcher.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
call
yeah.
it Henry Cavill. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
The
that's so
Witcher.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good show. That's a good
Mm-hmm.
show. I love that show. Also, okay, so the first one is have to be able to enjoy the same shows and have
Yeah.
conversations about it. That's a good
Mhm.
one.
They gotta have Netflix. They gotta have Netflix.
Gotta have Netflix. Don't have Netflix, you're in trouble. Second one.
Second one. Yeah, this is important. The person has to value the time without phone when the person is with me. So it's like if we're together having dinner or if we're together watching something together, and I would really care that him and me not using phone together, we really focus on what we're doing now, eating or watching something,
Yeah.
and not hold on to the phone all the time. Because I see a lot of times that when I go to cafe or restaurants in Korea, I can see a lot of couples like sitting in front of each other, and it's like
Yeah.
the same for friends as well. But when I'm with them, I want to have time with them, like looking into the eyes and just have time together. But it feels like if you're using phone and it's like, why even meet together? What's the point?
Yeah.
Why don't you just text each other? So I think that's another important trait for me.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, I think that's a really good one. Because I know I get yelled at. Well, hold on, let me take that back. Hold on, let me erase that. So I typically, like, my wife typically
You get corrected.
Yeah, I had to correct that. I get redirected. If like, let's say we're eating, or she's like, we're at a table and everything. She's eating food, and if I get distracted by my phone, and I look at it and text back and keep texting, she'll look at me. She'll get upset. She'll stop eating. Then she'll take out her phone and she'll start doing stuff on her phone too. But that's also her way of being like, I was enjoying this meal with you, and then now you're like on your phone. So it's like she hates it. So yeah, and yeah, I see it too in cafes. Just everybody's just kind of sitting across from each other, like groups of 2, 3, 4, and then like they're all texting. And last one, and then we're gonna spend maybe like 5 to 10 minutes, just because we've gone a little bit later than I expected. Just about 5 to 10 minutes, just to answer some questions. So just your last one.
Last one is someone I can learn something from. So if I'm dating someone who is in different field, so for example, I'm doing like editing videos and producing videos, planning those things. But if I meet someone in completely different area, I would love to know his story and how he does his job and just learn his things that he knows, can be his hobby or his job, anything he likes. I would like to go adventure and expand my tiny, area more a little bit to, go into his area, and we both learn things each other. I think it's great to learn something to each other.
I think that's cool. It's important to learn. Yeah, I think that's awesome. Anything to say, Alex?
Yeah, I think that has to go with I think we talked about it briefly earlier about people having like similar levels of education or like status or jobs or something. Like, yeah, ideally in our minds we want to like we can date anyone, but like, yeah, there's that person has to be. If that person has nothing to teach you and doesn't help you grow, and even a curious, like just learning something at all, then that's kind of unsexy to me. So yeah, I'm down. It's a good answer.
Awesome. Yeah, same here. I think that is so important, just because you got to keep growing, and I think sometimes when we become stagnant, then that can affect the relationship. Like when one partner is just not interested in really going anywhere, they're kind of sitting still. Then it's very important for that partner to kind of always want to grow, and then they can grow through their partner. So I definitely think that's a very important trait. So thank you very much. This was a fun conversation.
Yeah, it was a long conversation.
It was a long conversation. Yeah, it's been an hour and 20 minutes. And so, and it flew by. So I just want to like open it up for maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Are there any questions at all, whether it's for myself, Alex, or for Yeseul? I know we saw some questions earlier. I'm going to have to go back up. Let me find it. I'm gonna have to find
feel free to like repeat the questions that you've already sent that we may have missed earlier.
Elijah, I'm gonna post yours because I found yours. So this one's from Elijah. Just curious, if your love language is it quality time?
Yeseul's love language is a quality time. Well,
so like the
love
way
language
that
is the way that love language is kind of the way that you either give love or appreciate love. So it can be giving presents, it can be giving quality time, it can be touch, it can be spending time. Yeah, spending time together. Like love language is kind of what's important to you in the relationship.
wow, quality time. I think that's right. Quality time is my love language because if I'm in this guy, my boyfriend, if I don't have a quality time in terms of like learning new things or having a good humor and watching good shows, then what's the point of having this relationship? So it's very important. So after relationship, if I learn something and if I had a good memory, it's very important. So yeah, it's a quality time, I guess.
Nice. Do you like more dates at home or going out?
This is sad because of the coronavirus. I got used to, well, I think it's hard to date outside these days, but I liked going like hiking or like first date, you know, we just exercise together and just going off and talking endlessly. That kind of date, I really enjoyed it. But nowadays it's hard, but I think I'm more like outside date person. But if I'm in a stable relationship and we don't need to go out for a while, then that doesn't matter as well if we have a good show to watch.
Amen. Yeah, it's been tough with the virus. This one is for Alex. Can you do a few burpees?
Oh, very good question. The answer is no. Next question.
Why?
It's not on camera for one, and also my shoulders hurt, so I'm gonna save it for a little bit. It's fair. I'm not mad at that question. That's a great question, but the answer is no. My left shoulders hurt. I haven't been to CrossFit this week, just trying to heal a little bit. So, but thank you for suggesting that I get healthier after that beer.
Watch them shoulders, man. I would have loved to see you do burpees after drinking a beer. Ooh, that would have been funny. Don't do it. 10
burpees, 1 beer. That's actually that sounds like the new mile challenge. You do 10 burpees, 1 beer, and you have to do 100 burpees.
That sounds painful. By the way, before we keep going, which I should have done this like, I don't know, an hour ago. If you guys haven't done so already, please make sure that you follow Alex on Instagram. It's Alex Sigrist, as well as follow him on YouTube, Alex Sigrist.
That's right. It's Alex Sigrist.
It's Alex Sigrist?
It is. It's Alex Sigrist.
It is.
Well, yeah, you just said it's Alex Sigrist. You got to be specific. Yeah, there you go.
And make sure you follow Yeseul at Peach. as well. Peach, the YouTube channel. So follow her on YouTube if you're not doing so already, as well as make sure that you are following her Instagram, which is PeachFamKR as well. And I'll make sure I scroll those across. Then we have time just for a few more questions. You said like 5 different things at a quality time. Can you talk about norms, marriage norms in Korea? I think that's a video in itself.
Ooh.
That's a big question. Maybe just what is one thing maybe that's expected, I don't know, of the wife or the husband who gets married. So maybe like, for example, correct me if I'm wrong, because this could be from an old textbook. So like maybe couples who just get married, they typically, especially if the son is the firstborn, then don't they go live with the mom or like with the family, like the son's family?
Well, it's hard to say because I haven't been married, and
It's a big question.
so I don't know the culture well. I think as well.
Mm-hmm.
But what I know is that there's always something going on between families, like when you're married in Korea, it's not like marriage of individuals. It's more like marriage of family kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I think that can be a norm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
After you married, you're not just like, two person having great life kind of feeling. You have to take care of like your boyfriend's mothers and I don't know, brothers and sisters, all the family businesses.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
That's tough. Really quickly, we have like 3.5 minutes left. Fantasy getaway. Where would you go?
Oh,
If you can go anywhere right now.
Is this a romantic getaway or just like anything?
We'll say anything.
Anything?
Anything.
I want to go to Japan.
Oh, nice. What about you, Alex?
I want to go to the beach with like probably somewhere like kind of Thailand, Philippines,
Oh, yes.
Vietnam kind of vibe, white sands, a nice girly drink, a non-masculine, just beta strawberry daiquiri.
Oh,
Yes. I could go to Indonesia or Thailand or the Philippines right now for sure.
Really?
For sure.
Good call, S. Kim. Yeah, Maldives would be great before it disappears.
Maldives. Oh man. Real quick question. There was a question. Are you still? I don't know if you want me to answer that one, but are you still with Awesome World? Or I think now you're kind of. I think Yeseul is just doing her own thing now. So this is like.
I'm gonna make future videos about this, but just quick answer: I am not Awesome World PD anymore. I was, but I quit my job at November, and now I'm PD of Peach. So come watch Peach.
PD, CEO, originator, creator. Oh snap! And then thank you, my boy Morgan, for the 5,001. Yay! So next time I see you, Morgan, I'll buy you some like bread, just because I'll probably see you this week. I think that might be all of the questions, and so I don't want to keep you from enjoying the rest of your night. And so just if we can't just say a big thank you to just sorry about that, dude. Just a big thank you to Yeseul for popping through, and also for Alex.
Thanks for having me. Thank you. It was hard time doing all those good traits. It was hard for me to number them because everything was great actually. So
yeah,
it was nice.
Loved having you on the channel. And Alex, as you know, my friend, you are always a pleasure and a joy to have around here.
That's a fake smile.
Awesome, thanks. Thank you so much for having me, and also yes, really nice to meet you. And thanks for everyone who actually joined in the conversation. That was a lot of fun today.
Yeah, it was, and we'll have to do something again in the future eventually. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop you out the stream. You'll still be here. You'll just be like backstage.
Wait.
Okay.
If you end the stream early and you guys want to come over to my Twitch, I'll be online after this. Alex Sigrist. See you in a bit.
Oh, well, dude, go ahead and start your Twitch, and then we can drop in the link in here.
You can drop a link. I'll say hi to you off stage after. Just kick us out for now, and I'll talk to you in a second.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, all right, I'm kicking you off. All right, and then thank you very much, Yeseul.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I was so nervous, but you know, you lead me well. You lead the conversation very well. So thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. And I'm gonna just put you backstage, okay?
Okay.
So, guys, thank you very much for joining in tonight. Again, this was our first collaboration together and everything. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't done so, please make sure that you follow Pete's channel. It's a pretty awesome channel. I've started appearing on the channel as well, thanks to Yeseul, and she released a video even yesterday. Make sure my man Elijah is on it. Yo, thank you for posting this. Make sure you follow Alex. If you're not following Alex Sigrist, something's wrong. You got to follow Alex. He's the man. See, he's just like, yeah. Please make sure you follow the boy Alex, as well as if you haven't done so already, make sure you follow me. Hit that notification bell, and please do videos like this, bro. We're gonna keep it going. This is like, well, it was weekly. We got to get back to making it weekly, but we're gonna keep this going. So I think Shogun, you came from Peach, didn't you? So welcome to you, because I remember talking to you the other day or yesterday. So anyways, big shout out to Peach. Thank you, everyone. And with that being said, see, I'm kind of stalling. I'm trying to see if Alex is going to... Are you going to drop that Twitch link in? Okay. So we are going to go ahead and say thank you, guys. And until the next one, y'all be cool. Peace. All right, and Q, I should really make an outro. I'll just do my intro again.